do something. Bubba, you're going the wrong way with that. You got to back up.
We might as well. You need a shovel?
No, just
So, anyway.
Let's do it.
So, wait a minute. Well, hang on.
Okay.
A couple years ago, I had this in a pot. This is a pineapple plant. I threw it over here, and this is what happens. It transplanted itself, and now there's a pineapple growing. And it's in the woods here, guys. Look. Check it out. Check it out. So, my son, he's fixing to transplant it for us because it's not getting no sun. He's going to try to transplant it. But, anyway, so.
You have a pot over there with dirt in it?
Well, we got plenty of dirt. Look.
Now he's playing tailgate.
We have plenty of dirt out here.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Yep, so
If
this
you
is...
want to transplant, we can use those big pots over there.
But look at that little pineapple. Isn't it so cute? It's the cutest little pineapple on earth. Okay, guys. Have a great weekend.
Kind of decompose and give you some more organic matter. So things don't have that big of a root system.
Come on, Grayson.
That's the pineapples. We're gonna plant 2.
So I need Dad's pocket knife. Gray, come over here, bud.
We need a pocket knife.
Little fruit.
Oh, you already picked it. My little baby pineapple.
Because what we're doing, it's not going to get much riper where we're at because we basically just put the plant under some extreme stress. So it's pretty much it's in survival mode anyway to make that. This might be edible at this point. It depends. It's very small though. You got your pocket knife, Dad?
No, let me see.
Wait till Dad comes back with a knife. I was unprepared. Could use a shovel, but
you plucked my baby pineapple.
Well, yeah, but look at how cute thing.
I know, it's so cute.
It's the size of a softball.
I know.
What's the matter, Gray?
It's so cute.
So yeah, that's actually been what, a year and a half, 2 years ago. You think?
It's been a couple years at least.
It's been working that hard. It took that long to make that fruit.
Wow.
Now next year, this time you'll have another fruit, but it'll be double the size, sitting right here.
Okay.
We're right about there next year.
Hey. He's in the house.
Okay. So the other day, I did cut a pineapple and I put it in here, but it's half dead. The top. Let me see if I can grab it. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm going to see if he can plant this, but I don't think so. So it's still a little bit green right there. I don't know. I don't know.
I was looking for any other offshoots or growths from this one.
You know, those look like aloe plants.
Well, they usually don't get this stringy because of where she was planted. And she was just trying so hard to get to the sun. So it had, only way to make it surface area was just make them real long, trying to reach it. So what we're going to try to do is we could try to plant this one and maybe give it a second chance. If not, I already cut this one for you. So now we got the crown off of that guy.
Yeah.
And this actually looks really good. This might actually make a nice, tasty pineapple.
Hey, we'll cut it when we get to the house.
This, yeah, I'm tempted. It smells like a pineapple.
We hope it's a pineapple.
It smells like one.
Anyway, there's this thing right there. So
we'll give it a shot. I don't know. It may or may not take it. All right. Dang, she's spiky. Usually I like to let that dry.
Oops, I had my finger in the way. Okay.
But we'll give it. We'll take a chance. I've done them both ways, and they've taken off and grown like crazy.
Yeah.
I make a nice little hole there. Stick a minute, and then cover it with dirt underneath.
Hold on, baby.
And I put it right in the middle.
Cause we don't want her to go out in the street, baby.
Just like that. And now.
Then close the gate then.
Yeah, I know. We should, shouldn't we? Nice. Okay.
She's ready to go. So this guy will make sure she's level, pointing the right direction. If not, it'll grow that way. But this way, she'll just keep coming up and up and up until eventually they come out here. And being out here in the sun at this angle, it'll get a lot of sunlight and it'll really grow.
So what do I have to do to it?
Nothing. You don't have to do anything to it.
I don't have to fertilize or anything.
You want me to show you how I fertilize? You got any Miracle Grow laying around?
I do. It's kind of old.
So?
Okay. Hang on.
That's a little bit much. That'll work. All right. You let that dry out.
I've been trying to figure out what to do with that Miracle Grow because I don't use it.
We
So.
will utilize it for the plant.
Alright. Oh,
Oh, they're fine.
What is it?
Now, all I do,
he's not Nancy. He wants the wagon.
Mason, leave that wagon alone.
He wants to pull the wagon, Mason.
All right.
Mason, dude.
So, Mom, these things here, they feed through their leaves.
Okay.
That's why they're bell-shaped like that. So they're designed to hold water and anything you put in them. This is actually quite a bit, but it's for the purpose of it. So what I do is once a month, I put just a couple of the, I guess it's the teaspoon portion of the Miracle Grow little spoon. I'll put like 1 or 2 of those in a bucket of water, fill it up, and just put that on the pineapple plants at my house. And they go crazy. So I just pour it right in the center.
So maybe like the first of the month, because that's whenever I can remember stuff.
The first of the month,
I do a lot of
make
things
an
on the
easy
first
water
of the month.
schedule.
Yeah.
That's more than what that little guy needs.
Okay.
That's going to allow that water to seep down into those roots. To help it grow, it's going to compact that dirt for a little bit. And then within a couple days, she should start putting on some roots. And then it's just going to start, you'll start seeing new growth, green growth coming out of the center. And these leaves are going to start getting longer and bigger and bigger. And so that guy's ready to go.
Okay.
She's set. And being right here, you can walk by this thing every day.
Right,
You don't have to do anything to them. I don't have any issues with pests. Anything. I just fertilize it once a month.
Okay.
First of the month is a good time.
Yeah.
In the winter, you don't really need to bother with it because they don't do much in the winter time.
Okay.
But summertime, right now it's hot, and if they get sun, it's gonna grow like crazy.
So
in a couple
like,
weeks.
what if it frosts during the winter? Does it need to be covered up?
You can cover it.
Okay.
I mean, it is a tropical plant.
Right.
I mean, they are grown in South America where they don't see frost. So I mean, here you guys are inland a little more than I am.
Right.
So I would probably throw a sheet on top of it.
Yeah.
But mine, they've been outside and it's been bitter cold, and the leaves get burned. And so I just trim the edges off. When they
Okay,
do
well,
that.
see, at least it's here where I can see it, and then, because I go in and out doing the laundry here.
You gotta be close to the plants that you're growing, because then that way you walk by them and you can see them. You don't just have them out in the open, you'll never see them. It's like, well, there's no point.
Right.
You gotta walk by and show them a little love once in a while.
Yeah.
I walk through mine almost every afternoon.
Yeah.
It's a time for me to get my head back together, check for bugs,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So I'm just gonna mix this up. It's been compacted in for I don't know how long.
See, I like maintenance-free plants. I don't like stuff that gets bugs on them, because that's...
I gotta get you some banana trees up here. Those are real maintenance.
Well, if you want to, you can plant them for me.
They like water. They like to be somewhat wet.
Yeah.
So like out back there,
Yeah.
where you're set with your
yeah.
water drains, that'd be a perfect spot.
Yeah.
But they just need to get sunlight too in order to make a banana.
Oh, okay. Well,
They like sunlight. They can do it in the shade too, but they have to work a little harder.
yeah.
I'm just gonna mix all this up. There's some old claw roots from something else.
Well, I used to have plants in there until the chickens came along, and then they just ruined my idea of having plants anymore.
Well, it's good too because those roots will rot and they kind of create a
Yeah.
nice little natural bit of fertilizer for your plant.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use
This poor dead one over.
well,
This poor little. This.
we
I
got
mean,
two
I don't have another pineapple right now, but I can buy another pineapple soon.
I got 2 options. You guys got this guy here.
Okay. Hey. All right. Cool.
You take a look at
So
this.
like.
She's full of spines.
Oh. Yeah, it's long because it was trying to reach for the sun, right?
She was trying.
It's amazing how plants do that sort of thing. Like they.
Get all these little runners off of here
Okay.
so I can actually handle the thing because they're full of these barbs and they
Yeah.
break off in your finger. Man, they hurt.
Oh gosh. No, thank you. So this little pineapple here, I'm just going to throw it over there in that little garden area thing right there and see if it might
It
take
might,
off.
if anything, it gets some dirty. It would try to sprout again. It may sprout, but I think it's getting to that point where it's a little too rotten. I'm not seeing any new growth. It's not like it's trying to come out, so that one might be a little gone.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
try this guy here.
all right.
Ouch. Ouch. There they are.
Oh no.
That's what they do.
I don't look forward to that sort of
Well,
thing.
you don't generally touch them like this.
Well, good.
only time you have to really go in here and mess with them at all is to get the weeds out. That's why I like putting mine in pots. Because this way you come in here, just kind of move the limb back and pull any little grass seedlings that come up. If you're in the ground, it's a pain because then you got to weed eat them and the leaves are down. You tear them up. It just
Weed
sucks.
eat? We don't weed eat around here. What are you talking about?
Well, I said if.
Yeah, Daddy does not believe in weed eating.
Neither do I. That's why I use chemical warfare now.
Remember, he bought a brand new weed eater in the box, and I told him, I said, what are you going to do with that weed eater? I said, why don't you try taking it back? He took it back, and he took it back.
All right, so we're going to just trim these back a little bit. They don't need to be this long anymore.
Okay.
And this might help trick the plant to growing again. And now that she's out in the sun, she's really going to start.
Oh,
she's
yeah,
going to become very happy.
It gets super sunny here.
Plus, it's a good marker of the old leaves. I'm going to leave this one here because it's coming up out of the center.
Okay.
But you see all those new green leaves coming up down there in the center. Those little sharp, spiky ones. They're coming up. So we got to. You see, that's the only thing they got for roots.
Wow.
That's it. They don't have a real deep root system.
That's one amazing plant, though. That
they don't feed off of here. They do get some from their roots.
Yeah.
But they feed from their leaves.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to just dig a bigger hole. And we're going to just get it in there. And you can bury it a little deep if you want. It'll still sprout roots and go on from there too.
So a lot of my friends on YouTube, they like the fact that, you like to plant and like grow things, and your sons are out there with you and you're teaching them, and it's just a positive thing. But what made you ever decide to like gardening though?
I've always just kind of liked nature.
Yeah.
And watching things grow that you make and plant.
Yeah.
And then when I lived in Ona, had a garden out there and learned a lot from one of the guys I knew over there. And from that point on, it's like just every time I move somewhere, I always have a little garden of some sort or grow something.
Yeah.
But it's nice to put something in the ground and you watch it grow. You watch it do better, and you watch it, put on a piece of fruit, and then you get to eat that.
Right.
And then you can also sometimes go again and replant it again. And this is the one I like the most. It's the easiest. It's one afternoon. I heard you could plant pineapples, and I've always wanted to grow one. I was at Publix, I had a pineapple, and I was like, I'm going to try to grow on the top, so I lopped the top off, and I stuck it in the ground, and from one top, I now have about 15 plants.
I know, it's amazing. Everybody's amazed at your green thumb,
I'm good, Dad. You sure? So I got...
Oh, thank you.
So I got my little pineapple farm going at the house, and now I'm into bananas.
I know, corn and
I got it all. I got it growing,
beans.
so I just have fun with it. I do a lot of Google searching and a lot of YouTube reading. I do a lot of videos. There's a lot of helpful videos out there.
But then too, you do need a green thumb to grow like you do, especially that corn and stuff. Not everybody can grow that corn that you.
That you have to go out there every day. And walk that. You can't just. It's
just
in the ground. I'm gonna come check on it in 2 months.
Right.
It's a daily. You walk out there. You see how they're growing, you check for bugs, and you kill the bugs when they come out.
Yeah.
If you want to be organic, I do have organic sprays if they get too crazy. But it's also reading. I plant by the moon. I also read charts and try to find out the optimum time of year to plant, especially in the state. Like in here, we're zone 8, I think it is. You got to plant according to the zone, because if you don't, you're going to be fighting bugs more than anything else, and you'll have a lot more failure. And then you just kind of give up. So it's not really having that green thumb, is educating yourself so you can do it right.
So there is that the Farmer's Almanac that you do? So there is something to it then.
I Google the Farmer's Almanac on the days to plant, because it'll tell you days that are barren, days that are good for above ground, vining crops, root crops, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it goes by the moon. So when the moon's gravitational pull and it's full, generally there's more moisture in the soil. So they usually set it up for it's the moisture at the top, so it's good to start your plants.
Yeah.
So that's usually for your above ground seeds. Below ground, you start them usually on the new moon, which is usually on the other side, and it's usually waning, and that's when they'll say it's for root crops. So, but you have to look it up. I can't ever remember them. Don't take that 100%. I have to look it up every single time, and I have a hard time remembering.
Okay, so.
But that little guy there.
Yeah.
Should be happy at home right now. She'll take off and start going, and we should start seeing. And make sure your pot, and see how that's leaking out water at the bottom?
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
You don't want it to hold water, because if it holds water, those roots will just sit in water and they rot. So they have to drain.
I don't think that one's leaking out.
I didn't put that much in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
This one's got a little ways to go. But yeah, this guy here, when it rains, it'll get watered. And just once a month, the first of the month.
Yeah.
Just fertilize them, and
That's the way
all
I
you
can
gotta do.
remember. I got to remember the first month because I do several things. I take care of Phoebe's flea medicine. I put the stuff in the septic tank.
There you go. That's
I
how
clean
do
the
it.
filter and.
You know, I keep a note in my phone,
Yeah.
and I have all the notes in there and everything. Every time I do something to my garden or my
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
I make a note and a date so that I don't. Because if not, 6 months later, it's like I did. Oh man, it's been that long. I don't know
Yeah.
when I did it. You think
Right.
it was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I always just end up putting it in my phone so I can remember.
Okay.
I make a note. Easiest way to do it.
Okay, son. Well, thank you for your input and your planting and your knowledge. Everybody enjoys you very much, and
I'm
I'm
Barefoot Farm. I forgot.
and
to
I'm,
put seeds on
I'm and I'm very proud of you, son. Okay, yes, I do have editing sense. Okay,
wanna go back and edit a
so
little bit.
these pineapple plants. Okay, once they, how long does it take to grow the pineapple?
It depends on where you live and the temperature and the time of year you plant it. It's
Okay.
about a year.
Okay,
them to grow to
so
full
once you cut the pineapple, whenever it's what, kind of yellowish?
Yeah, this is a little on the green side. This is about what they do for the grocery stores. When you start seeing it, like on these little eyes, start to turn golden color, yellowish.
And they're ready?
That's when they're really, really ready.
Okay.
You could cut them a little before. But usually I like to go like this. I'll go down to the plant. Don't cut it off, but smell it. And if it's got a sweet smell to it, it's ready. You've
Okay.
got to watch it too, because like where you live, raccoons and possums and wildlife,
Yeah.
if they smell sweet sugars, they will sample your pineapple. Yeah, they might get to it before you do, so you might want to watch it.
Oh boy. So one of these plants only produce one pineapple. You take that pineapple off, and then you can cut the top off of it, right?
Yep,
and
the crown.
replant it. And then you replant the new top of the pineapple that was there.
Yep, and that's what that is. That's the top off of this little.
Yeah, that's the top off of the little baby cute little pineapple. Okay, so that's how y'all do it, guys. So just thought I'd throw that in there.
you
We
get
throw that
one.
in there. So you only get one per plant. Watch the shovel, babes.
I got it.
Okay.